lives in a world of illusions.
What we do here is go back.
So I'm probably going to do this in parts because it, in my mind at least, it has a lot of different parts to it. But I want to talk about what I consider to be the illusion of the world and how I can see it as a plausible idea to hold against reality with how the world is set up, or reality is set up, I should say. One of the first things that I don't think is legit, I don't think it's real, because you'd have to, in the end, place a mind at the end of everything, which doesn't really go with the whole idea in the end, or with reality, I should say, from my understanding at the moment. But I can see, if there was a mind at the end, how this could be true. But that's starting with the presupposition that there's a mind at the end. Starting with that presupposition, we are all living in a dream, and this is a dream of that mind, or that mind is playing each and every role in every part, in everything that there is, everything that is in this entire universe, and whatever universe there, or at least in this one, because we only know of this one, it's everything. I can see that as kind of plausible because of the fact that I think of when I dream, I'm playing every role in my dream. I don't consciously do it, but I'm doing it. How do I know that? Because nobody else is in my head while I'm sleeping. It's not like people jumped out of their life into my head and did whatever they're doing in my dream. So I'm obviously doing that, but I'm doing it from the perspective of me still being me. But if they're talking to me, I'm talking. I'm coming up with whatever words they're saying. I'm unconsciously doing this, but I'm doing it. So, though I don't think that that's actually how things are going, I can see how that idea, when put out, could be looked at as like, alright, that makes sense. To me, that's the only thought that could not rationalize. I'm not saying rationalize to say that it's okay or whatever, but where rape and things like that, where he's doing it to himself. So in reality, it's going, or in the way that the world is set up and the way the body is set up, this is not going to be pleasant, but he's not pleasant to himself, or itself, I should say, not him. But it's not pleasant to itself. So in that sense, it's doing this to itself on purpose in the dream, because it's dreaming something like dreaming a surprise to last for as long as it wants. There's Alan Watts thing that I'll probably share at the end of this, where he brings this up as a thought experiment, where imagine you can go to sleep at night and dream any dream that you wanted to dream for as long as you wanted to dream. You could dream whatever amount of time you want to dream. You can dream anything you wanted. What would you do? And he goes through a whole thought process on it. But if that was the case, I could see that being what it is now, to where I'm one of those its. I do think I'm one of those its in another sense, but that's for another video.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure who could conceive. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control, where something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you would have, of playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the Godhead, according to this idea, is to play that he's not. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost. Because he gives himself away. The nature of love is self-abandonment, not clinging to oneself. Throwing yourself out, as in, for example, in basketball, you're always getting rid of the ball. You say to the other fellow, have a ball. See? And that keeps things moving. That's the nature of life. So in this idea, then, everybody is fundamentally the ultimate reality. Not God in a politically kingly sense, but God in the sense of being the self, the deep down basic whatever there is. And you're all that, only you're pretending you're not.